There's one thing we all have in common: a passion for adventure. With such a variety of ways to travel, we tend to gravitate towards one method that we enjoy most. For us, it's trucks. And every once in a while, something new is released, a new platform that rocks the industry. When that happens, we have to have it. Trailbenders Overland is proudly presented by Stalka Media and supporting sponsors Dave Smith Motors, Tough Stuff Overland, The Waterport, The Truck Shop, and California Wraps. This adventure has us flying from San Diego, California to Spokane, Washington, with a quick layover in Las Vegas, Nevada, where Steven will be joining us.
Yo, where are you at? Dilly's coming from back this way, and I'm gonna mess with him. Good, bruh. So currently we are at the McCarran Airport here in Las Vegas, and we're preparing to board here in about, 15 minutes or so to go get our Jeep Gladiator in Idaho.
Well, Jipper, Skipper, and Brandon both forgot their shirts, so we found a place in Spokane that will make our shirts in a few hours, and I just sent them all the files so we can all be matching. Fender fan.
This is Southwest Flight number 294, service to Spokane. Good afternoon, welcome aboard.
This flight was perfect. We had a good time, made friends with the crew, and made it all the way to Spokane without a hitch. Except for maybe one thing. Sounds like our tent and rack might be damaged.
Rack or the tent?
The tent and rack, I don't know, we'll see. Sounds like our tent and or rack might be damaged, that Tough Stuff sent over. But we'll see when we get there.
Thank you.
What's your YouTube channel?
Trailbenders Overland. Trailbenders Overland.
Yeah. Upon arrival, Bo, our driver from Dave Smith Motors, was outside ready for us and eager to help. He was also nice enough to take us out of his way to pick up the shirts we ordered from the plane. Thanks again, Bo. Wait. After picking up the shirts, we had to make up some time. Our ETA had us arriving only 30 minutes before Dave Smith was supposed to close. Could not have asked for better scenery along the way, though.
they're filming the test drive. We're gonna go check out the tent. Let's see this damage.
The handle, that one's off.
Okay, so well, I mean, yeah, that
doesn't affect the use.
that definitely is, but that will not hold us back from being able to camp in this thing. So a lot better than what, like. So this is the damage that they were talking about, but that has nothing to do.
That's not gonna stop us from something.
Yeah.
After seeing that the tent was actually okay, it was time for the install.
Alright, so what we got going on over here is the bed gives us a little bit of an issue with the rack that we have. So we're gonna have to cut part of the wall off that hangs down to get this rack to fit
On the rack. We're not cutting the bed.
No.
We have to do like minor trimmings on the rack itself.
Once the minor alterations to the bed rack were completed, everything was installed and we were ready to hit the road. We had 1,700 miles to drive in just 2 days. Big thanks to Dave Smith Motors for staying open late for us.
Oh, dang.
Next time, we will be staying longer to enjoy everything this area has to offer. The road trip has us passing amazing lakes, mountains, canyons, deserts, the perfect variety for a complete road trip. Brandon's good friend Kurt not only gave us a place to stay for the night, but also took the time to show us one of his favorite overlooks of the Columbia River Gorge, and it did not disappoint. We also took the chance to test out the Gladiator's built-in clinometer, an awesome feature that tells you how many degrees of lean you have, so you know when to stop.
Kurt was gracious enough to let us stay on his property in his trailer, and thank you.
You betcha.
Good to see you again.
Bro, if you ever find yourself in Vegas, let me know.
100%.
Rocks and tires.
Next time you have the chance, the Columbia River Gorge is a must-see area that is the border between Oregon and Washington. It has endless views, hiking, famous waterfalls, a great place to explore with the family.
Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
On some beach.
Bend, Oregon was on the way home, so Brandon showed us around his hometown and took us to one of his favorite grub spots, 10 Barrel Brewing.
They ate my bacon.
As much as we wanted to stop at every cool place on the way home, we all had to get back to our jobs in just a day and a half. In any circumstance, though, we always have a good time.
Yeah, dude. How's the first 1,000 miles been?
It's been awesome. It's been a great trip. Jeep's been great. It's been fun pulling into Reno.
Exciting that we just hit our first 1,000 miles. Truck's done great so far. After fueling up, we'll go find a spot to camp. Yeah, we're just outside Reno. Found a good spot up on a service road, and open up the tent.
Well, how'd you find this spot anyways?
I just got on Google Maps and looked at satellite view and found a dirt road.
This new hardshell tent from Tough Stuff is by far the easiest tent we've ever used. It takes about 30 seconds to set up and maybe a minute to break back down. On the last morning of the trip, we find a place to grub for breakfast before hitting the road.
How's that marina? Was recharge a success?
Absolutely. I'm recharged.
Albeit short, this trip was amazing. The Pacific Northwest is a place where you can always go to spend more time. With all the platforms and trucks available today, this new Jeep Gladiator was an absolute must-have addition to our fleet. And we are far from finished with it.